The afternoon time is 1:06. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Talk on the Block. If it's on the block, we'll talk about it. Thank you for joining the Q family. Those of you who are still trying to lock on and having difficulty, we do apologize. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Dominica, when we come back, the Talk on the Block. If it's on the block, we'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. 7 years ago, on November 3rd, 1978, our beloved Dominic.
Your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega Deals. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabishi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Buy it at Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
When you want the best, you do shop at SCA. Better than the rest, go shop at SCA. And they all come when I say shop at SCA. You get more for life, they shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, yeah, shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, what is that? Shop at SCA. SCA's family, customer friendly. With free locations, it's so convenient. And our prices, Madam, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SCA. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCA. Auntie, nan, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Grandma, open neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and downtown Rose.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Mouvement créole à secure. Tout le monde créole pour attention. Comité pour études créole Dominique. Et puis Radio QFM qui présenté. Mouvement créole. Tous les mardis soirs, 6 après-midi. Information, blague, interview, l'histoire, problème, discussion, reportage, apprendre à parler et puis écrit créole. Lien avec ton peuple créole. Bon musique créole. Mouvement créole. À nous faire un rendez-vous, messieurs, mesdames. Tous les mardis soirs, QFM qui frappé avec bon parole créole. Sans ça participer, qui est nous? Rapide bâtiment Maïna. Mouvement créole. À seconde station QFM. Branchez avec nous tous les mardis soirs 6h pour Mouvement créole. Matchez ça.
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meat prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Fresh market,
Boy, man, the love family. He got a Bryson Company. Yeah, Bryson Company. The only company I know with Bryce was cooking butter and back and neck. Now with the last valley short, I said Bryce. In the old the plus level where you have a roofing material and seamless guttering. Yes, 24 gauge governors, all colors. And open nipple gas peel agent. They program the computer to give you the exact size you want. And the seamless guttering aluminum that can better withstand the elements you have in an easy way. So no leaking after a while. And so much more. Bryson Company, the at by 8 bank close to the old mill at Enfield. Telephone 617-2468.
Good afternoon, Dominica. Good afternoon. Excitement in the air. Last Saturday night, or Friday night? Or Friday evening. The launching of the new Ocean Oasis Hotel on the West Coast, on the Southern Coast. A Dominican businessman who described himself as a poor man from Layu was able to open a hotel which many seem excited about. I guess it depends on who you talk to. But this afternoon, I want to tell you his story. And how the hotel, Ocean Oasis, came to pass. So this afternoon, I'm going to present his story. There were many other speakers, like the Prime Minister and another minister acting on behalf of the Tourism Minister, and of course, the PAL rep from the South, and the General Manager. But this afternoon, I chose to feature his story, which I felt seemed very interesting. So the poor man from Layu tells you his story as to how he was able to establish his new hotel in the South. Born in Grand Bay, raised in Layo, Mr. Capitola. So let's listen to his story. Let's listen to his story.
Mrs. Garrett, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, Minister of State in the Ministry of Public Works, Public Utilities, and the Digital Economy, other honorable members of Cabinet, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Terence Seeley, General Manager, Mr. Frederick Capitole, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, all, good afternoon. Today, I am humbled to address all of you gathered here, and those joining us via radio and other social media platforms, welcome. I want to first give thanks to Almighty Father for His grace and mercies that has comforted me through this journey. The love, the care, the dedication of my wife and my kids, thank you. The government of Dominica, the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, thank you for being a true friend. Thank you. Mr. Sherlock Robinson, who was there from the beginning, Jeffrey Johnson, Bertley Carrett, Merville Victorine, Bertley Zev, others, thank you. The journey to this moment began some 10 years ago. My eldest daughter, Zina, was about 4. And for some strange reason, we came to this property. We just drive in. And I came somewhere just towards the back with her. And I stood there. And I said, Daddy is going to build a hotel there. I was not in the hotel business. I knew nothing about hotel then. But I said it. And I said it to my dear daughter. And today, we are opening a hotel in this very location. In the journey towards building this hotel, I called a friend, Sherlock. I said, Sherlock, I want to build a hotel. Sherlock, thought he would say, but this man is crazy. But he came, he sat in my office, and I told him, give me the key components I would need to build that hotel. And Sherlock came, he sat, he gave it to me. I took it, and I said, I want to build that hotel. But to build that hotel, I had to think of what are the steps to building a hotel. What do I need? And I began asking myself a question. I said, Kempinski, how did they build the hotel? What did they do? Jungle Bay, what did they do? The Russians in the valleys, what did they do? Timbos and Ian Edwards, what did they do? Alec Lawrence, what did they do? And I said, they all tried the CBI. I said, why can't I try it? I am going to try it. I then began to research and understand all the steps. Ownership of land, design drawings, pre-approved plans, environmental impact assessment, business plan, legal documentation, and the list went on and on. Looked like Monday uploaded to me. But I said, I'm going to chip it one at a time. And chip it, I did started to chip. Once the project was approved, you had to find investors to invest. And then I said, wow, if the investors agree to invest, the government is going to reward them with a passport, citizenship of Dominica. What? I said, that can work. So the journey began right there. I started then looking for architects to help me design. I looked for local guys. I called a few guys around. Names I will not call today. I said to them, I want to design a project, but I have no money. I mean, guys tell me, well, Capital, if you have no money, how can I design for you? Boy, I kept moving from local architect to local architect until luckily met a guy by the name of Argos, Chris Timmins. Chris, not Chris Timmins, but Chris. And Chris told me I have a friend. He's a Jamaican living in Barbados. I said, give me that number. I called Paul Simpson. Where's Paul Simpson? Is he somewhere? I called Paul Simpson. I said, Paul, I want to build a hotel, but I have no money to pay you. I need a design. And if this thing gets approved, I promise you, once the money comes in, I will pay you. This guy watched me and he told me, man, I don't know you, but I've done this for white people. They never came back to pay me. You are a black man. I will help you. What a man! Paul Simpson, what a man! What a character of a man is he? Today I'm happy to report that he might be owing me, but I'm not owing him. He might be owing me something, but thankfully I had to move to the next phase. I have design. Things got approved. No, the Prime Minister got some bashing. Why you Capital, man, don't know nothing about constructing hotel. Why? Thank you, PM, for taking the bashing. Thank you for trusting and believing in me. And, the bashing sometimes is good because the bashing is what had me going. I said, boy, I have to make it happen for him because it's he alone that taking the fire. Thank you again, PM. I then met some Chinese friends. I told them, man, I'm going to build a hotel, but I have no money. I don't know where I get that thing from, Meeting people with no money, but willing to help me. And this company, CCEC, and Mr. Wang at the time, he told me, Capital will start. No deposit, no advance, nothing. And they started building the wall. And I kept watching this thing going up, and I said, oh, man can be building that thing. And he have no money. But it was being built. I found Mr. Biscom. I hope Mr. Biscom is here. I was advised to use Mr. Biscom. Yeah, thanks for the advice. What a great engineer he is. And we followed through with Mr. Biscom guiding me and helping me and pushing me. And with the Chinese, I owe the Chinese so much money. I don't understand. The Chinese gave me my keys, And I owe these guys over $5 million and I have my keys. How could a company do that? And I say, thank you to CCC and the Chinese people. I really appreciate it. I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. The building comprises 37 rooms, oceanfront rooms, all of them, with a presidential suite, a spa, a multi-purpose room, a main restaurant, a casino, a games room, a gym, a pool bar, adult pool, kiddies pool, jetty, among other amenities. Today, this is not just about me. I want to say, PM, thank you for believing in youth. Thank you for believing in the poor. Thank you for believing when no one else believed. You are truly a beacon of hope. And this building, I don't want it to be seen as something constructed by me, but rather a reminder to every Dominican that irrespective of your color, your family background, your status, you can achieve great things in this very country. Especially with leaders like Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Some goals can look big. They can look difficult at times. You will feel overwhelmed. You may feel that you should give up. And these feelings will come. And even friends will tell you, but why are you working so hard? That's not necessary. You're going to die and leave it all. But please, keep pushing. Keep pushing. The key is to remain focused. Remain positive. Work at it every day. Daily action on anything you do every day will remove overall costs. You just work at it daily and it will become cheaper. It will become cheaper. With the conviction that when you go to bed, always go to bed with that conviction that when you go to bed, you did your best today. Don't worry about tomorrow. This thing about tomorrow, don't worry about that. Today, give today all. When you go to bed, you know that irrespective of what happens, I gave today my all. The criticism will come, and let them come. Funds will dry up, but don't give up. When they dry, people will build for you without funds. There will be hidden fees. Prepare for them. If you give up, that's just the opportunity you will miss it for other doors to open. So don't give up. Importantly, whatever you set to do, friends, colleagues, complete it. If you can go small and complete it. If you go big and complete it. But whatever you do, complete it. People are going to remember you, not for what you started, but for what you completed. My friends, I said a lot about the Prime Minister, and it's not about him, but it is only because of him. Thank you again. Thank you.
What a story, huh? A lot of course, comments already. I found it very interesting. While listening to Mr. Capital, that he would say even the Chinese is still owing him some $5 million, and he was able to get his keys. Contrast that with the men responsible for building the Kempinski, now Intercontinental Hotel. The operation of the same program, the CBI, was able to walk away with $30 million each. Can someone explain why is this taking place within the CBI program? Why is Mr. Capital still owing the Chinese $5 million? Is it because of the sales of your passports? Has it declined dramatically? Inquiring minds need or want to know. Now there's a lot of criticism as well, huh? And some people saying that Capital cannot fool me. A sandwich of $32 US, a Coke for $8 US. How do you know that? So everybody have their, of course, it depends on what side you're on. You'll have your own comments, huh? But don't be a hater this afternoon, okay? Just if you need to criticize and criticize constructively. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Oh, sorry. But interesting stories. So what it says is the people's money that build that hotel. Such nonsense. Are we that daft? We sell passports and don't bring the money to the treasury, but give it to individuals to build their businesses. How many shares does this country own? Capitola, the hotel belongs to the people of Dominica. It is CBI money of the country, not yours. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
I have nothing to criticize. I'm happy for the young man.
Okay.
If it was yourself, you would be happy for him. But I see you watch that tweet there. That presidential tweet there, Matt.
You'll sponsor me, man.
You wanted to lie on the dead man.
Well, I want you to sponsor me.
Yes, I'm going to sponsor you.
When you're ready, let me know, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I remember Mr. Capitola, somebody reminds me, saying that the Prime Minister fooled him 3 times. Now he taking us for Weezib. Oh boy. Dominicans, hello, talk to me. Yes.
You see that song from Sparrow? You realize that song from me, please.
You what? You what? Your hairlines? Oh, your hairline. I don't really Sparrow. Hello, talk to me, yes. Caller?
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon.
How are you too? How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Matt,
yeah.
After we heard that the Prime Minister fooled him 3 times, he is trying to take a list from the Prime Minister's page and fool us 4 times. Matt, you know, when that thing started playing about what he did not, I just switched off my radio. I just tuned back in, you know. He must be trying to make a habit of trying to fool me at all. At all.
What do you think he was trying to fool you about? What? He's gone. All right, hello, talk to me on the telephone. No, you're not there. Let's take another phone call. Are you there?
What?
Yes, go ahead, yes.
What? I'm laughing. Matt, Capitola, the people building for you and you have got no money. Matt, but I want to be in a hotel too. Matt, I mean, that is laughable. Matt, Capitola is saying that people building beds and engineer building for him without money. Chinese building for him and he don't even. But Matt, that is something else. Matt, Dominicans are in some kind of a dreamland, you know. And Dominica is not fair. Matt, only one set of people enjoying the cream of Dominica. So, Matt, I want to ask one question before I go. If Capitola died, the hotel was built with Dominican passport money, right? If Capitola died, something, I don't call him dead for, but if something happened to him, an accident or something, and he died, the hotel belongs to his wife and children. Are you serious? With Dominican passport money, Matt, have a nice day.
Have a nice day. 4493095. Someone says, don't be fooled. That hotel allegedly belongs to the Prime Minister. Capitola is just the front man. That is the story there from another WhatsApp message. That's where $2.5 billion went to. Again, that's an allegation. You got to bring me the proof, right? Capitola also said he's owing the Chinese $5 million. The question is again, WhatsApp. So what is the real cost of this hotel? Because according to earlier reports, this hotel was built for $75 million. Were you short, sir? Somebody's asking. Well, if it belongs to the people of Dominica, why is it so expensive? Somebody's asking. Ocean Oasis food prices can't be in U.S. because most of the prices will keep the local people out. Because you don't want local Dominicans in there. That's another WhatsApp message. Man, I'm glad for the hotel, but Capitola knows that he's just the front man. You know, we need to know who the real owner is. Somebody's also alleging that that's part of the CBI money that's not in the Dominican Treasury. What a written story. This will come back to haunt him. Matt, are you really serious? There's corruption all over the speech. Really? I'll play you a part of the Prime Minister when he spoke at the hotel on Friday night. Hello, talk to me. Yes, we'll hear his story as well.
Hey, good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Matt, I heard you reading a message. Somebody's asking, how is it that Capital is owing the Chinese $5 million? And I'm going to answer the person, Matt. It is because Dominican businessmen do not take risk, unlike the Chinese, and that's why the Chinese are prosperous, man. They know that if they build for this man, his business becomes successful, they're going to be paid. So they built in the expectation that they will be paid. And I have no doubt that he will pay them because I believe the hotel will profit. But Dominicans do not like to do it. Matt, you go to a lawyer and you have an ironclad case, and except you come with the full money in Dominica, they don't take your case. You have a case where they can, at the end of it, where they will make their money. They refuse to take it because you don't have the money, and then you lose everything. And that is the difference with the Chinese, Matt. They see where possibilities are, where benefits are coming in the long run. They look long beyond. Dominicans only look as far.
So you're saying that they're willing to take risks? That's what you're saying? Yes.
That's what I'm saying. They take the risk while Dominicans refuse to do it. I am certain he consulted and he said so with Dominican contractors. But because he didn't have the money, they didn't want to do it. So he found the people who did it for him. And they know that they will be paid at some point in time. And that is what Dominicans need to do that. Lawyers, Dominican professionals need to do that. You go to them, you have an idea, and they can look and they can see money down the road. But they only want the money now for their pocket, and they lose everything because of that. And that is why he can say that he owes the Chinese, and the Chinese know that. But they know they will be paid, and I believe he will do everything in his way to pay them. All right.
A different perspective, Matt. Dominicans brave too, eh? So Floyd so lucky. He even have a BBL. All a man he met just building and giving him freeness on Dominican passports. That's a comic relief. So Floyd Boldface, eh? You know, in the language there. Yes, he also mentioned the hidden fees as well. The Chinese will eventually own the property if you cannot pay them. That's part of the risk as well. And they also mentioned hidden fees. One thing they can't do, somebody says, is take the hotel back to China. Very interesting story from the poor man from Layu.
Pelty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
To your listeners.
Yes, sir.
I listened to the presentation of the gentleman who said he was able to build a hotel and make a dream come true. And I am left more puzzled than amazed, Matt Pelty, because I think we have a serious problem. First of all, it sounded like a praise and worship session for the one and only person who made the hotel happen, which is Roosevelt Skerry, through the CBI program. And we all know why that was possible. It's because the Roosevelt Skerry controls the purse of the nation. And the purse of the nation seems to be unlimited and used to help selective few and not for the betterment of the entire country, which is what the constitutional requirement. That's why we have a budget every year. And if you are using state resources like the CBI, that really belongs to the people of Dominica and no one individual. And that is why I am adverse to the use of CBI for personal business. Secondly, the gentleman said he had no money to do drawings. And he is still owing the Chinese $5 million. Well, my little common sense in business says if somebody is doing a capital project or an investment project, which is what a hotel is, the intention of having that hotel is to make a profit, because hotels are not typically social programs or social projects for the people. They are private run enterprise. And if I am fronting money to a hotel project, I'm expected to make a profit and I'm expected to receive dividends from the operations of that hotel. So if the Chinese have put in over $5 million, that means the Chinese own a certain percentage stake in that hotel, which was not spelled out in that presentation. And the gentleman went and said how much he's owing the Chinese, how much he's owing the architecture. But he has not mentioned how much he's owing the Dominican people, since the CBI, citizenship passports, offering passports, which he indicated, not me. He said if he can get investors, the government of Dominica is going to give them a passport. So that means the investors have already gotten paid for their investment through passport. And if I'm investing in a hotel, my reward should be
something seemed wrong there. We'll come back to that. All right, that's 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Let's take another phone call. Are you there? Yes.
Well, I'm here. Matt, all I just want to know, and I just want to listen to Mr. Floyd Capitole again, and I'm interested in meeting him. Play that for me.
You want to meet him? He's gone. Let's play that message there from Mr. Leonard Matthew again. Something went wrong.
Matt, before I got caught up there, I'm saying if I'm investing in a hotel, my reward should be shares and stake of the profits of that hotel. So I don't understand how somebody is investing and they're already being rewarded with citizenship and a passport. And I want to find out what is their stake in the shares and the dividends from that hotel. And finally, I'd like to find out how much does the people of Dominica, seeing that they are the ones taking the financial risk by the sale of their citizenship, their stuff. I think Dominicans fail to realize that Roosevelt Skerrit, in his capacity as Prime Minister, in the office of Prime Minister, is representing the people of Dominica. So whatever decisions he makes using state property belongs to the state and not to him. And as much as Mr. Capitole wants to go about and thank Roosevelt Skerrit, he is no more important than every other poor black man and woman in Dominica, mentally or functionally mentally illiterate, or the brilliant one, to benefit such a great stake from the sale of state property without others having that equal opportunity. And that is the confusion that people don't understand. When Roosevelt Skerrit gives scholarships and take government money, it's not the Labour Party, it's the people of Dominica. So I want to know how much of that hotel, what percentage stake of that hotel that the Dominican people own, seeing that Capitole didn't go through the financial institution and the banks. And lastly, if this hotel had a good business plan and is showing to make profit, why isn't our financial institution funding this project so that the people who are saving, people who have savings in the bank, the Dominican people are benefiting from the interest that they pay back on those loans And if the banks cannot finance that, then it tells you our country is in serious financial situation, to the point where even after selling citizenship by investment, the gentleman still has to use the backing of Chinese to complete that hotel. And Matt Peltier, when I talk about the international airport, and I want to tie it in there because we've been told that we're selling citizenship by investment. So if Capitole cannot finish a hotel on citizenship by investment, do you really think that our country can finish an airport of $1 billion from the sale of citizenship? Why are the same people not investing in the airport? So it tells you who now is paying for the airport in Wesley. So Capitale has revealed a lot of the stupidity, and for a gentleman to come and display his level of connivingness, and I personally think it's a front for Roosevelt Skerritts financing that hotel. When this guy comes and display his level of connivingness, and we don't use that critical analysis and thinking in understanding, one, the business, and two, who's paying for this business, and understanding where these revenues and resources go for, or the profits go for. We have a serious problem of understanding in Dominic, and I think that's why we've been taken for fools for so long.
And big up Capitole, man, from St. Joe, you know, from Layo. Same, you know, it's like that, you know, Rasta, we have to invest, you know, and Chinese don't look into work for no country. Chinese just investing all over Africa, everywhere, investment to make the money, because that's the life, you know. What Chinese do looking to take nobody country, but they're looking to make money. That's what it is, you know, it's money. They're looking to make, so we have to look to make money too. That's what it is.
Somebody says the Chinese will put a manager there to oversee transactions until they get paid. Somebody is also suggesting that the Chinese don't get paid, they will put a foreclosure case against the property. Another story reads that the circumstances that brought this hotel to fruition is not a case of hard work and tenacity, but a hotel built by who you are connected, and the most of the people of Dominica made it possible to build the hotel. Having said that, I will only what? Hope he's successful in running this facility. It's some for you, it's some against you. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good afternoon, man. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And Jabawi. Jabawi. Good afternoon. Tutmun Bawi. Especially Ulibi Stream on what Dominica. Matt, you as a Dominican, we must be happy for Capitole. That to me, I don't have a problem with Dominica using Dominican resources and being successful. Kudos to that. But not the bigger picture, the big discussion we must deal with is that you using the nation resources, which is the birthright, the citizenship, to attract foreigners. They're going to invest in your business and you will reward them. Now that's according to the government and the Labour government, the Roosevelt Skerritt government. You're using your resources to reward them. But if somebody going to invest in your business, Matt, the business cannot be their own. They invest in the business. So I'm not a doctor or a scholar, so I'm not all that smart. But I know if you invest in my business, you will get a return on your investment, but the business is not yours. Now, what I cannot understand, and I really tried my best to understand it, Matt, because sometimes you have to forget party and your biasness and try to understand what is best for Dominica.
How it is, you telling me you giving out citizenship or passport. They say they don't sell it, but I say they're selling it. And then the people haven't got to say don't belong to the people. Not that one there just, it really, I have a problem with that. Because the resources belong to the people. So the people must have some kind of ownership. It cannot be you taking the resources of the country, you giving it to somebody to invest in a business, which is good, and the business is the person own. Whereas the resources you use to build the business is not their own, it's the country own. But I don't have a problem with that, you know. I mean, election have consequences. Instead of building all that hotel, 75 million, 100 million, 150 million, why the government couldn't use 300 million and develop all the feeder roads? Just put a highway going in people's Zion. To me, that would, it would have a direct benefit of the people. The people themselves would profit and prosper and see their way more because the money coming to the people. But up to now, we still want to know. I want to know what happened to the 12-point-something billion. Roosevelt Skerrit cannot put Lennox Linton to shame up to now, and I vex because I want him to put Lennox Linton to shame and give us the figure. Contractor get X, material get X, labor get X, and let us know where that money gone. Now I heard some people say Roosevelt Skerrit building houses for vote. But I want those laborers that get in the houses to know. It's Lennox Linton that caused them to get them houses, you know, man. Because when Skerrit start bulldozing our passport for money, and Lennox call on him and start questioning the figure, want answers, that is when Roosevelt Skerrit start to build them houses, you know. If it wasn't for Lennox Linton, them same laborers that don't like Lennox Linton there, they wouldn't be getting those houses, Matt. You know, so again, election have consequences, and I guess you have to give them the right because the government, they win. When you win, you do what you want to do till we kick you out. But I would like to see more money invest in agriculture, fix all them roads, them feeder roads. You know what I mean? Give people their share, their pack houses, spend money in marketing, advertising, distribution. So all Dominican can feel the effect of their resources. You cannot have one set of people, yes, it's good to invest, but you cannot have one set of people eating all the food and the other set hungry. And then you say, if you're not dead, you're red. If you're not red, you're dead. Matt, thank you so much.
For some reason.
All right, thank you. Let's take a break there. We'll come back. When we come back, you hear the Prime Minister saying there are opportunities for you as well. So we'll listen to that part of the speech. It appears some people are saying, well, it's for one set of people. I just heard the Prime Minister in that speech saying there are opportunities for you. So check the PM, they say, check the PM. And of course, there may be opportunities for you as well. Let's listen.
It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the Factory, Valley Road. Only $20. 8 o'clock, seating only $30. Come here, the beginning of the season. And make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the Factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog, and come. Kaiso.
If you know your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabishi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram at Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Buy it. Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
It's officially white potato season in Dominica. To celebrate, Bloombox is giving you the chance to win a 196cc 4-stroke, 6.5 horsepower tiller valued at over $3,000. Wow! You heard right. Simply make a purchase of $75 or more between October 13th and December 27th, 2025, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win this powerhouse machine to make your next planting season even easier. Winner will be announced on December 29th. Visit us at Bloombox Goodwill and Roseau. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together with Bloombox.
Somebody's asking, Matt, couldn't Capitola get some of us local businessmen to invest in the hotel before inviting Chinese to invest? Did they invite members of the public and the private sector to invest in the hotel? I said I smell a rat, and now the rat is in full view, and the scent is overwhelming. Before we play the Prime Minister, let's hear some views. Yes.
Matt, I have not been listening for a while because I have been very busy. So
Okay.
today I happened to tune in. And I am hearing that Capitola owes the Chinese $5 million for
5
that
million.
project. I guess he had already paid them some, so he's owing them that still. That is left over that he owes still.
Yep.
So, Matt, what about our local builders and contractors? That is how rich Dominicans would be if they were employed on these capital projects. All those schools, all those health centers that were built, hospital, airport. So, Matt, our local contractors could not build that hotel
Go ahead.
and enrich Dominican families to live a good life in Dominica. Are we okay with that? Are our builders and contractors okay with seeing Chinese becoming rich in Dominica and we begging for $1? What is wrong with Dominicans? What is wrong with us to allow people to come into our country, take cream off the resources, return with it, and we are begging for $1? I mean, what is wrong with us? Are we okay with that, Matt? No, man. Something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong with this. I cannot understand.
Now, according to my understanding earlier, Mr. Capitola said he approached a few local contractors, if you will, some architects, and they said to him, well, Capitola, if you don't have money, what can we do for you? And of course, he turned to the Chinese, who was willing to start. That's my understanding of what. Now let's listen to the other side of the story. The Prime Minister in his address said there are Dominicans with, he says he can offer opportunities similar. I'm just, of course, waiting to Dominicans who may be interested in doing similar projects. Let's listen.
Thank you very much. Let me say good evening to everyone. And I'm happy to be here and thanks for the invitation. This is no doubt a proud moment for the developer of this beautiful new property and of course, a proud moment for all Dominica. It gives me great pleasure to be here today for the official opening of Ocean Oasis, a true representation of hard work, vision, and entrepreneurship. I remember very clearly the early conversations about this project. The developer, my good friend Floyd, spoke with such conviction about creating something special here along the Lale Coco. From the very beginning, this passion was genuine. His faith in Dominica was real. He saw what a world-class hotel property could look like along the seashore. And today, as we see the results before our eyes, I can only say how proud I am, both as Prime Minister of this country and as a friend, that this project has been successfully completed. Every time a new development like this opens its doors, it sends a clear message to the world that Dominica is moving forward. This is a bold vote of confidence in our economy, in our people, and in the direction this country is heading. I often say that development is not just about government spending. It is about confidence. Confidence from investors, confidence from our partners, and confidence from the men and women who get up each day and work hard to build something lasting. Ocean Oasis is a perfect example of that confidence. You know, my friends, I take joy from this reminder that in Dominica, the small man can still dream big and succeed. This investment stands as proof that when our people seize opportunities, when they put in the work, when they believe in themselves and in this country, great things can happen. I want every contractor, every farmer, every young entrepreneur, every service provider to see themselves in projects like this. Your government remains ready to work with you, with anyone, large investor or small business owner, once you're serious about progress and about enterprise and about contributing to Dominica's development. Our doors are open. Let's talk, let's build, let's grow this country together. As always, I say no government can do it alone. We need strong partners, and this government believes deeply in the power of partnership with the private sector. We have worked hard over the years to create the kind of environment that gives investors confidence, sound policies, good governance, stable leadership, and a clear plan for growth. And let me say this afternoon, the government of Dominica stands firmly behind every responsible investor who shares our vision for a modern, sustainable, and resilient nation. When we work together, government and private sector, the results speak for themselves. I want to take this moment to remind everyone that a CBI program, which helped make this project a reality, remains one of the most successful tools for financing development in small states like ours. It has allowed us to rebuild after disasters, to invest in health, to invest in education and schools and roads, and to support entrepreneurs who want to create opportunities for Dominica. Through responsible management, we have ensured that the program benefits all our citizens. Ocean Oasis is another clear example of that success. It is a tangible, visible project that has created jobs, will generate income, and strengthen our tourism brand. We will continue to work closely with our regional partners to uphold the highest standards in the CBI industry, ensuring transparency, integrity, and long-term sustainability. Because at its core, this program is about building a better Dominica for every man, woman, and child. What excites me most about this project is not just how it looks, though it is a stunning project, but what it means for people. During construction, dozens of jobs were created. Now that the hotel is open, more opportunities are emerging in hospitality, in transportation, in farming, in the arts, in local tourism experience. A project like this touches many lives. The farmer who supplies fresh produce, the fisherman who sells his fish, the taxi driver who picks up guests at the airport, the musician who entertains visitors in the evenings, all of them benefit from this investment. That is how development should work. It should ripple through communities, lifting people, building skills, and creating a sense of shared achievement. And I must commend the developers for their commitment to employing and training Dominicans. You have invested in people, and that, to me, is the most meaningful kind of investment there is. My friends, this is a time of great promise for our country. The international airport is rising steadily in Wesley. The Roseau Enhancement Project will soon transform our capital. Our geothermal energy plant is moving forward, setting us on the path to clean, affordable, renewable energy. Across the island, from housing to healthcare, we're investing in people and in progress. And when you add to that private investments like Ocean Oasis, the picture becomes clear. Dominica is on the move. We're building a modern nation that looks boldly towards the future. To everyone who played a part in this project, congratulations. You have created something of lasting value for this country. This evening, as we cut the ribbon and open the doors of Ocean Oasis, we also open doors for Dominica of opportunity, progress, and prosperity. May this hotel thrive. May it bring joy to every guest who steps inside, and prosperity to every Dominican who contributes to its business. And may it stand as a reminder that when we dream together, work together, and believe together, there is no limit to what we can achieve. And I want to say to all of us in Dominica, we should be happy for Floyd Capitole and congratulate Floyd Capitole. We have to, as a nation, pay closer attention to celebrating success, to celebrating people's achievement. That is the only way. That is the only way the Lord is going to bless us with more prosperity. Because we should never be envious of somebody's success. We should thank the Lord and bless the Lord for people's success so that your turn can come and the nation can prosper more. And I know, as Floyd said, I came under tremendous criticism for approving this project for Floyd Capitole. But I can say to you, I have had no regrets. And I will never have any regret. I will never have any regret as Prime Minister of this country by trusting our people, by believing in our people, and by investing in our people, and letting our people know that we as Dominicans can work together to build this country. And this is what we have done. And this is what we are doing. And we will continue to do so without any fear, because we believe we're doing the right things and the correct things. And we all should celebrate. Because today because of this hotel, there are several of our young brothers and sisters in this country who are employed, gainfully employed in this country. And I will say this, the Citizenship by Investment Program has been there and the legislation is clear. It allows for the government to enter into agreements for real estate and tourism related investments. But the regulations also allow for investments in agriculture and manufacturing. And I, as Prime Minister, I've invited many Dominicans, young professionals, lawyers and doctors and accountants, people who've done marketing, people who've done economics and finance, people who are into construction. And I've invited them over the years to my residence, to my home in Vegas, to my office, and urged them to use your talent that you have, the skills and the knowledge that you have learned, you have acquired at universities. Put yourself together. You're an accountant, bring your accounting background. You're a lawyer, bring your legal background. You're an economist, bring your economic background. You're a financial man, bring your financial background. And why don't you form a company and apply to the CBI program and do an investment in Dominica? You see, sometimes we spend too much time talking negative in the country rather than looking at the opportunity. Because while we're fighting between ourselves, among ourselves as Dominicans, there are people who are seeing the promise and the opportunities in Dominica, and they come in and invest in gradually in our country. And so let us put aside our differences, my dear brothers and sisters, and recognize that every time there's a success in Dominica, is a success for all of us. Because when Hurricane Maria came, everyone was affected. And so when something positive comes in Dominica, it benefits everyone, whether you like it or not, you are a beneficiary of those investments. And so I wanted to stick to my written speech because I would have spoken for too long. But one can appreciate the joy and the satisfaction that the completion of this hotel brings to me and to the government. That an ordinary local Dominican who grew up in poverty, grew up in challenges, is today an entrepreneur in Dominica because of the direct policies and attitude of the government of the day. I think we're on the right track in Dominica. We're doing right things in Dominica. And I think if we continue with your support, with your collaboration, with your prayers and your willingness to partner with this government, this country can achieve its desired objective and goal for a greater and more prosperous Dominica, a Dominica that will benefit all of us. And so I urge you to celebrate this. Celebrate this because we are largely a Christian nation. And whether you are a Buddhist or Hindu or a Muslim, you promote the principle that it is the Lord who giveth. There's a higher spirit that gives. And so when we see things like that, we on human earth are just instruments. It is the Lord's work in play because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And then if we are praying to the Lord for things that He has given to us, the only reasonable thing we ought to do is to say, thank you, Lord. So even if you don't want to thank Floyd, or you don't want to thank me, but look to the mountain from whence your strength cometh, and thank the Lord for His blessings. Because we are just instruments doing the Lord's work, creating opportunities. And I don't want to preach, it's not Sunday yet, or Saturday yet, because I cannot switch to my pastor hat and start preaching there, But it is a wonderful, wonderful day. And we thank the Lord for this. And I want again to congratulate Floyd. And we're looking for more of the Floyds in Dominica. Please step forward. Put your idea. The Bible tells you when you get a vision, you must write it down. Write down your vision, write down your plan, and bring it forward so we can work together towards achieving it. Let's stop the talk. Let's stop the nonsense talk. The Lord give us a talent and a brain and a mind and knowledge to be positive and constructive, to make a positive impact on each other. He never gave us more talent and knowledge to use it in a negative way.
Was it the same prime minister who, of course, allowed Garway to close down? Somebody's asking the Cooley factory in the long list of indigenous Dominican businesses that closed down under his very regime or very watch. Mr. Voice, according to one person on Facebook, lies. He tells and he irritates me. Another white elephant like Kempinski? You think so? You're only talking about yourself. It's your hotel. Stop talking the crap. Another Facebook message. Change steel after 25 years. The Lord will strike you one of those days for blaspheming his name. Who was the person who ridiculed the owners of the Garway Hotel for being unable to paint their hotel? Just some messages there from the Facebook page. Now you want to talk about working with Dominicans? Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Well, Matt, they could have given them some paint from the CBI to just paint up. That would be positive. But on another note, Matt, Mr. Skerritt has acknowledged that there's a garbage problem, and he just skipped over it, like, it'll be solved. But in the meantime, the garbage problem is real. There's a health risk to people. We have a disease that the rats are carrying, and it's very dangerous. Mr. Skerritt, take out the garbage, solve the garbage problem. That's very positive. Thank you, Matt.
On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Sorry about that. Try another call. Yes, Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, my brother. How you doing?
I'm very good, sir. I'm Ken Bernard Morrow from Massac. Ask a question.
Of course, you can ask any question.
Is the Prime Minister using Floyd Capitole, the guy that fooled me for jobs and brought me by the Prime Minister and tell me about jobs and fooled me twice? Is the Prime Minister using him to wash all the billions that he stashed?
Is he using who? Clear for me again.
It's Skerritt. Skerritt using Capitole as a cover-up to watch the dirty money, the monies that the billions of dollars that he stashed elsewhere. Is he using Capitole to wash that money to make it clean?
Well, Mr. Capitole will be able to answer you. I can't answer that question. Or the Prime Minister might be able to answer you. All right, hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes? Yes, caller.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just reading from the Prime Minister's script, Mr. Peltier. I hope I don't interrupt you. I heard you talk about there is help for small business and there is opportunity to come and visit him in his office.
Yes. He said you could come to his home or his office or his residence.
Right. I want to follow your melody this afternoon. I don't want to go off key. But it's so difficult to get to him, his office. I believe by now the support Mr. Skerritt gets over 30-something thousand votes. And he's been so loved by the people. He should unite even the opposition more. And the opposition should unite with it more. I listened in this vineyard in the garden with the small vendors. The people was on the radio sometime last week and they said they make a profit.
You mean TV Large? TV Large.
They make a profit. They was on DBS and they were speaking. The people that organized it and they say it was excellent. Which he and I think many other ministers had a product there. They make local product.
You mean I noticed you talking about the honey with the Prime Minister's logo. Yes.
Right. Mr. Peltier, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Wadix and a few of myself, we asked for that old Barracoon building right next to the ferry terminal to set up an embassy for Wadix to communicate with the French people when they come here and to set up
small villas, Creole. We never get no reply from that. We ask for many other things. I myself applied how many times for under that small business act at the big bank. I never get it. Because I realized the person that is the loan officer, she was unexperienced. She did told me after time I don't need nothing else, and a couple days later she sent me back to the registry. I bring the documents, and she never called me. And I know there are other people that goes there. They had enough finance security, and some of them get $800,000 and $900,000 out of that. And I know the family, they have money. So I want him to be justified. Libla wasn't like that, you know. Libla was a down-to-earth grassroots man. Ruzi wasn't those kind of thing there. You should study Ruzi and Afi and them legacy. Why is those guys was in opposition? Those guys buy boats for farmers, you know. Those guys trade. Mike Douglas, all of them, you know. Those guys look for the ghetto people in Portsmouth. Mike suffer from all those things, you know. Party don't fire him because he wanted the people of Portsmouth to achieve. And I'm begging the Prime Minister, listen to some people that speak to you, like Mr. Ian Douglas. He tell you invest in the small, poor people in tourism. Gary Tip told him about cleaning up the abandoned lots and put small vendors in Roseau. These are not hard things to do, you know, but this is not politics, you know, this is development. You know, and I find sometimes, I don't know, even if it's not the right people you put in those positions, it's very good to come and say you put money there, you do this. But it's the people you put to run it, not like you. They hate a set of people, and those people will never get through. In the Cry territory, the Prime Minister had a meeting sometime last year with the NEP workers, and they told him they're not getting money he put there for the engineers, people at the bank. He said, tomorrow you're going to fix it. Matt, look at that building right by the credit union there. The carnival is coming up. You got more space for people to sell. I believe the Prime Minister to take at least some money in the aid bank for small business, and you rent the 2 first floor. You put a lot of washroom on the down basement. Just as Steve Villas Creole. You just have to put tanks, everybody have the booth. Simple mathematics. Peter Cross told the Prime Minister already. That street between courts going up to Galloway cigarette place there. The week before the carnival is supposed to be blocked off with just vendors. Just as what you see NDF doing next to that street to GTCL there. That's how you're going to develop your people. You have to go all over the countryside and empower the poor. Look for the hardworking people, like I said, the farmers, the mechanics, the downtrodden people. These are the people that take a lot of rain. Certain people I seen today that are among the politicians. When things was happening in Marigot, bullets was firing at the Menville Airport in demonstration, I didn't see them. These guys don't doing nothing and they're just looking out for themselves and then the people. The labor rights are fine too, you know. I was a young boy following Uzi, blocking the road, getting too confused, all night in trouble. And these people not getting a piece of it. And why one set must be enjoying it and then another set? If the Prime Minister wants to change things, the whole ministry system has to change.
Let's move to the next caller there. Thank you. It's saying this, the point I'm getting from this call is that you don't have to help one set of people. Help others as well. Help the poor people that need it. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes. Yes.
Again, this is Bernard Morrow again. I said to him clearly.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that Floyd Capitole took me to the Prime Minister and tell me about jobs?
Took you to the Prime Minister?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Brought me to the Prime Minister and we had a short discussion. And when I told him about, Mr. Prime Minister, you using Chinese and foreign nationals to do all our jobs, he tell me because the community is their own collateral. That's what the Prime Minister used to me. And Floyd fooled me twice with jobs. But I wish him good luck.
Okay, caller. Well, Floyd, you have to talk to this guy from Massac, okay? 449-309-596 and 97. Let's take more phone calls in the afternoon, 225. Yes.
Matt.
I'm here.
Matt, Dominicans are memoir pool. Matt, you remember Crazy Coconut, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
They had a grand, Matt, the government invested almost $1 million there. They had a grand opening, Matt. I was there. They had eats and drinks, a grand opening, and the government said, that's a good business to invest in. Matt, can you tell me and tell the people of Dominica what happened to Crazy Coconut, Matt? It's too late. Matt, I feel sorry for you people in Dominica. Anyway, take care.
Take care. Well, from what I gather, the Crazy Coconut is no more, huh? It's just a shell, a building where they store stuff. I'm hoping somebody can reinvest. There's potential there. I guess in this honor they can bring the business back to life. (449-3095), (449-3096). Somebody says, "Wicked them people, wicked there, and have no shame." So much trash in St. Joe. Again, somebody's asking, who ridiculed the owners of Gary for unable to paint their hotel? We're going to come back after this.
But do you really have money to burn? What about your commitments? Have you paid your bills? What about your telephone bill, your light bill, your water bill? What are you going to use to pay your loan? A truck of stones? NCCU wants you to continue to make wise financial decisions that will not leave you stressed. Think of your commitments. Commit to your commitments. Commit to saving. And then you can have some money to burn.
It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the Factory, Valley Road. Only $20. 8 o'clock, seating only $30. Come here at the beginning of the season and make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season. Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the Factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog and come. Kaiso.
Where at home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too. Lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies. Visit Do It Center at the former Jane Asset Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890. Do it Center.
During the hurricane season, if you are evacuating, leave early so that you are not stranded by flooded roads, fallen trees, wires, and traffic jams, and make sure you have enough fuel in your vehicle and follow routes and highways. A message from 295 FM Radio.
Cause I'm on my way. KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp. 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good. Cause I'm on my way.
It's officially white potato season in Dominica. To celebrate, Bloombox is giving you the chance to win a 196cc 4-stroke 6.5 horsepower tiller valued at over $3,000. Wow! You heard right. Simply make a purchase of $75 or more between October 13th and December 27th, 2025, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win this powerhouse machine to make your next planting season even easier. Winner will be announced on December 29th. Visit us at Bloombox Goodwill and Roseau. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together with Bloombox. All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but you had time see me. Where? Story start again. Million, Lottomo Pavel, Wisconsin. Salcafella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I'm busy. is to hear him with. You reckon? I'm in my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Good when you're still telling me. I know already. Tupac, I expect him, why? But it could him up here for Palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Floss's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Floss's can't do but toujours.
It's 2:30 hour. This Monday, the 17th of November in the year 2025. More telephone calls in the afternoon. Are you there, caller?
Pat,
Yes. Yeah.
so that tomorrow again from Masak.
Wow. Mhm.
And I am making a genuine appeal to all Dominicans.
Okay.
Do not vote Labour. Pas vote Labour. Don't vote Labour. Because they are all for themselves and only themselves. Don't vote Labour. Be like me. Strive for what you want. Fight for what you want. Do what, and make sure that you are successful in what you're doing. All right.
So you don't believe the Prime Minister when he says there that the people should come to him to get to develop their own business? You don't think?
But Matt, I just told you, Capital brought me to him. And then when I told him about the foreign contractors that are taking all our jobs, he told me it's simply because they come in with their own collateral. And he discarded me immediately after that. This is a liar. As a matter of fact, on that day, Mr. gave me a number, all right, to call him. And when I reached the bottom of the financial center, I tried calling him, and I called him up to today and cannot get him,
So
this is a sacred matter.
So
a liar.
you think he was disregarding your phone call based on the number he gave you?
So he lied to me, man. Not disregarding. He gave me a false number. Gave me a wrong number. He says a liar. Satan.
All right. That's your interpretation. On the telephone, hello, 2:33. Yes, it's the afternoon time. Are you there, caller?
Yes, Matt, I'm very good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Matt, I am glad for Capitol.
All right.
I am glad he has reached a stage where he's my hotel. But I want Capitol to remember where he comes from. And he must stop blocking people when they come and get assistance or ask the Prime Minister to assist them. He will stop blocking people.
So you're saying he has blocked you or blocked somebody you know?
Yes, he did it. Matt, I experience that from Capitol. Because I will know it's so good. If I tell you sorry, I tell you sorry when I speak to you personally.
Okay.
Try to block and say Prime Minister not giving help to that particular person. But I wish him good luck. And I hope he'll remember where he comes from. That's all I tell you. Capitol, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's 2:34. I'm sure somebody must have called Capitol and tell him to listen because we are featuring his hotel this afternoon. Honestly, the most I've heard in terms of criticism on that hotel, they say it's a beautiful place, but the prices in there is not for Dominicans in terms of the drinks and the food, because a lot of people have been sending me their bills, the receipts. They say it's not for locals. This hotel was not built for locals because they cannot afford it. You can sometimes go to Fortune, maybe have a drink or two, but it's not the same. That's the criticism I've been hearing, huh? And some of the invoices or some of the bills will show just what they're talking about. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, the next time you talk to these people, you ask him, are you the owner or are you the caretaker? And based on how he answers, then you can go with the next question. How many investors you have? See, because they present themselves as owners. But then when you press them, they back off and say they're the caretaker of the investor group. That is the experience I've had with them, man. Some of them will not even discuss it that far. They'll say that's private business. So let's find out, is Capitole the owner or the caretaker?
Okay, I'll tell you what. He has promised to come with me one-on-one sometime. So when he comes in, you can ask the question. All right. So yes, he has promised to come join me sometime in the near future. Let's see if he responds to the call. Are you there, caller? Yes?
But that's not for Dominicans. That's for passport sellers. That's for those politicians carried his wife and children and all of that. Not is he a shareholder or owner?
Who, Mr. Capitole?
Uh-huh.
From what I got at the luncheon, he seemed to be the owner. That's what it was presented.
Hey, Matt, you know, it's hurting my heart, Matt. Matt, to see the state. Matt, you remember the song Pakiti Okwe Dominic got, no?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dominic do Kosiwo, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? Hurricane Avaping. Dominic do Kosiwo. Yes, you and I. Matt, do you believe those songs have any relevance presently, Matt?
It depends on the text that you take it. Some are realities, and some we have to stay as far as possible. Are you there, caller? No, it's a blessing. So something is going on with the phone. I don't know what it is. But every time you try to talk for a little while, you get shut down. You have to investigate that. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, Matt, I need to hear Mr. Floyd Capitole's speech again, and I'm interested in meeting Mr. Floyd Capitole so he can show me how it's done, because I need to get a hotel without no money to, and I try to get Capitole to reach out to me and play his speech again for me, please, and thanks.
Okay. Because Capitole said, you know, he started without money. And he said he's still owing the Chinese $5 million. That's the point of the caller there. So you want that formula, okay? Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, Matt, it's me again. I know whatever they're trying, I'll try to solve it. They have done that to me years ago, where I was, you know. But Matt, I'm just saying, Matt, if you're in a house and you have 10 children, and Matt, 7 of them living like God, Matt, the rest, what, 3 more remaining? 7 from 10 is what? 2 more? 2 more, 3 more?
3.
Matt, what is going to happen to the 3 others, Matt? The jealousy, the envy, the crime, the violence, the lawlessness, the hatred, the bitterness.
They'll feel left out. They'll feel left out, yes.
That's it, Matt. And I use 10 and 7 and 3 and all of that, but Matt, I am talking about the minority is going through hell and the majority is doing well. Matt, is Skerrit want to help people now? Skerrit, can you give me my $6,666? I don't afraid you know, my boy. I don't afraid you try to give me money. I said I don't want your money. I back away from you. But my money from the World Bank, you can do all what you want with it and give it to me. Nothing cannot happen to me, my boy. I want that $6,666. Not in Dominica now. Who are the people that are going to be guests at that hotel? Dubai, Saudi Arabia, the how they call it, the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and all of them. The top criminals in the world, the Arabs and Lebanese and all of them. So it is sad, maybe, you know. Boy, Matt, let me leave Dominica. I try to leave Dominicans alone because, Matt, it seems like we like blues. Thank you.
On the telephone. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yes. You see.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. I want to echo the same sentiment like the guy who called earlier on about the lying issue. This man has a PhD in lying. Garrett is really one of the greatest liars I have ever saw in my life. And since I know myself, I'm in my 60s already. This man has a PhD in life. And at the same time, I wish him, the young guy, Capitole, I know him personally, all the best of success. I believe it's a great initiative. But at the same time, I'm questioning that all of these hotels we are having in Dominica, how it's going to sustain itself in the long run. Because if Gallery is situated in such a very attractive location in the heart of the city, you have such a hotel that already existing there, and all of these hotels, Anchorage and all of them, they are just in the close vicinity of each other, and yet still Gallery had to close down. That is to say, well, the tourist fluctuation has not been that impressive in Dominica to enable hotels to sustain their activities. And I know where I'm living in a country which is extremely more advanced than Dominica. In Guadeloupe, there are many hotels that have closed down. Although they are a part of France and they are member of the European Union, they have all of the possibilities different people would have in Europe, and they still have it here, and yet still they are going through a lot of crisis in terms of that tourism business. So I am asking myself, how all of these hotels I've been hearing about is going to be very capable of sustaining their activities. Thank you. And again, the Prime Minister, so-called Prime Minister of Dominica, the owner of the estate of Dominica, is a great liar. He tells a lot of lies, and he's just taking advantage of the ignorance of the people. Thank you very much, Matt.
Someone says, Matt, can you play this song for me, please? That's his interpretation.
I know some of you wouldn't believe me, but if a lie asked me, good friend, my
Someone says on Facebook, Matt,
big lying
Prime Minister Skerrit don't care about Dominicans because he left the island with the same capital in the next day after he opened his hotel. So this man have no interest in Dominica, and Dominicans put themselves and his friends.
just three. I had me lion, because
Well, I have no information whether the capital left the island with the Prime Minister, but I know from my information that he may have left the island the next day.
big old best fisherman, catch a fisherman by dirty feet and span. He had to tight on the boat and swim back.
Did he inform the country?
Brother Eric, to give him a hand. You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie? Teacher pussy think you tell a lie. You're going to hell as soon as you die. I said,
17 minutes to the hour.
check it out.
This is the talk on the block.
Lion, the lion, he laughed till his sweat. He said, Mr. Depot, is there nothing yet? If you really want to hear about fishing, let me blow your mind. Now listen to something. When you're talking about fish, you just hit this spot. I was hoping you didn't believe it or not. The fish your father caught, to you it was great. But it's them small fish my father does use to bait. Lion went ahead on one in the show, completely eliminated Mr. Depot. The next man to beat was really outrageous. He asked the judges if he could lie first. The judges asked Lion. The Lion agreed. Say any topic will think is alright with me. The outrageous right strong, let we meet head on. And when we done see who had fit to wear the crown, you hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie? Teacher put the thing, you tell a lie. You're going to hell as soon as you die. Let it go. Let it go. Shook it up. The outrageous say that he knew a tailor comes to make him stew. The man is a master. If you show him a man coming round a corner, he could make him a suit and don't even measure. I'm talking about suit, sitting down correct, expertly made and fitting perfect. He used to talk with Shakespeare, make suit for Hamlet, and up to this day yet make a mistake yet. You know the crowd went wild, they couldn't pull down. I said lion, the lion, who's in the crown. The judges brought the crowd back to order. The lion to light out a tailor. He said, my man is the best. Rolf is his name. Cutting cloth. Anything suit is his game. Don't show him the man, my tailor is class. Just show him the corner where the fella pass. And he gon' make a suit. That is tailor. You hear like King Liar. Teach your boss me say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die. Move it up. Move it up. Move it up. Move it up.
Let's listen to a few voice notes at this time, yes?
Afternoon, Matthias Peltier, my friend, man, I listening to you. Colors on them, they don't even know what they want in Dominica. They always want to scare it back. To leave our Prime Minister alone. Our Prime Minister is doing very well for Dominica. When he's speaking, they're saying he's lying. You know what I'm saying? Man, leave our great Prime Minister alone, man, and let him do what he's doing for Dominica, man. You know what I'm saying? A new hotel open, people should be jumping for joy. Jumping for joy. You know what I'm saying? What else they want scary to do, man? A man calling him Satan, and you allowing a man to call a Prime Minister Satan on a radio station, man. Man, no matter what I do show about scary, we love our scary, and we in the diaspora will come down to vote scary to live in here. He's not going nowhere. And all you could say, what all you want about him? We love our Prime Minister. And we will be coming down to vote him. Jump by jump low when election come. Well, have a blessed afternoon, my friend. Scam is there to stay. Ushala, okay, will stay. So who gets lost?
That's Irwin from St. Thomas, boy. Back in his Prime Minister.
I feel about 1,000 or so entry in 2 days. He boiled down and leave just 3. I had me iron, I did lion. Because I know he does come with some good ones.
Somebody's asking, why didn't the other hotels in the Portsmouth where millions were wasted ever completed, and this one was? Have Dominicans seen the wasted buildings in Portsmouth? I turned this off.
To get it, brother Eric, to give him a hand. You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear?
It was 75 million of the country's money. Somebody said, so Skerritt put down Sugar George and now it's Floyd that he's tagging with? Everyone is disposable to him. From company to come for passport, peanut, ice pop man.
Mr. Depot, ain't there nothing yet? If you really want to hear about fishing, let me blow your mind. Now listen to something. When you're talking about fish, you just hit this spot. I was hoping you didn't believe it or not. The fish your father caught, for you it was great. But it's them small fish my father does use to bait. Lion went ahead on one in the show. Completely eliminated Mr. Depot. The next man to beat was really outrageous. He asked the judges if they could lie first. The judges asked Lion. The Lion agreed. Say any topic we think is alright with me. He outrageous, I strong, let me meet head on. And when we done see.
Somebody's asking, Matt, what about the Marriott enforcement on the Lawrence CBI project? Can we be updated? What about the Salisbury Hotel? Can you give us an update? What about the Moroccan Hotel? Any updates? So how is Dominica on the rise when those hotels are either on a standstill or stall?
The outrageous say that he knew a tailor comes to make him sue. The man is a master. If you show him a man coming round a corner, he could make him a suit and don't even measure. I'm talking about suit, sitting down correct, expertly made and fitting perfect. He used to store for Shakespeare, make suit for Hamlet, and not for this day yet. Make a mistake yet. You know the problem.
Somebody's asking, then, why was the Prime Minister not present at the official funeral of Mr. Timothy? And why?
Taylor, he said my man is the best. Rolf is his name. Cutting Lincoln suit is his game. Don't show him the man, my Taylor is class. Just show him the corner where the fella pass, and he gon' make a suit. That is Taylor. You get like.
Somebody says school children say the Capitol is fronting for a politician. Oh, Bravo Coco. Dominicans and the expressions, boy. Somebody's asking, is it true that they sold the Moroccan hotel? On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Matt, good afternoon.
Turn to you, brother. How you doing?
Matt, yeah, good. Matt, this is the hotel that opened there on Saturday. I pass in the area. I mean, I like the structure I see there. Whatever they do to build that hotel. But my point is, the image is not coming for hotel in terms of the surrounding, the landscape now. Like, just put a hotel there in the middle of almost like a whole pile of junk. I mean, the things that we accept as a people, I don't understand it. Something has to be wrong with that. I don't know where all this money where it comes from, wherever capital get this money to build this hotel. That's their business. But I'm saying no. You're building a hotel, but the area. I mean, I spent nothing in the 80s, and when a hotel coming up a project like a hotel coming up, you have at least 1.5 miles to 2 miles of surrounding that has been developed to beautify the area, to let you know that something is coming there. You're seeing that with that hotel, the same thing with the airport that you're hearing about. Are you seeing any activities going on around Wesley in terms of 2-3 mile radius from both sides where you're developing the drains, the streets, that? No, these things are not happening. So this is what it tells me, that all these projects are just big funnels. Big funnels, just like Dominica Strong and all these other companies that we're hearing about. They're just big funnels. And people need to see and understand what is going on. So why you mentioning the one on Coconut Beach for Alec Lawrence and the Moroccan and all of them? I mean, people heard all these things about these hotels and we've seen what's happening. So the same airport, Ross had a problem with bringing in their people and driving them to the crucial routes. We never build that infrastructure. Ross left. We still there now building hotels. The ones that we have existing, we cannot fill them up, and we think that there is something good going to come from that. But these are all big funnels, and people need to understand what is going on. These are monies that go into the pockets of these people and not to benefit the greater good of the nation or to build the nation. When you watch even what's happening in Roseau, you hear about Roseau reinstatement program. I have all the different pictures that show how Roseau going to be from since 2013. You see what's happening now in Roseau with sidewalks? They put in concrete on sidewalks without drainage. So you have the same existing drain for 100 and something years, and you put in sidewalks, and you're calling that Roseau reinstatement program. My brother, this is just a waste of money. You're patching roads. Right? All these roads need resurfacing. All these drains need you need to redo drains. The drains of 100 and something years ago, when there wasn't restaurants in Roseau and all these different things. Now you have to upgrade the drainage system. Before it rains in Roseau, the same little culverts, they're falling apart. They were there since Maria, they were blocked. If you watch what was happening on Sunday, the town council was on Independence Street in the area of Hillsborough Street and Kennedy Avenue. The amount of junk that was coming out from under the culverts there, that is stuff that they're from since Maria. You need to upgrade the whole system. The roads don't need patching now, they need resurfacing. Even the road from Roseau to Portsmouth needs resurfacing again. You cannot have a highway and you're patching it up. You need to resurface, and you're taking an extra $100 for some people like me
You have other vehicles that may be heavier than mine that paying their 200, their 500. And we paying the license already is a tax to run on the road. But there's an extra money that you have to pay as a tax to fix the road. My brother, this road is resurfacing, and unless the people will get it in their skull with what's going on, it's going to continue. This guy is going to be laughing their way to the bank every day of the year and twice on Sundays, because we seem to just stand aside and look, seeing that they're getting richer, the country is going forward, and we're doing nothing about it. Have a good day.
I think we need some groovers at this time. Midnight groovers, do something for us at this time. Uplift the spirits, huh? We have 4 more minutes. Let's take a call there quickly and move on. Yes. Yes. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Mark, I find there's a lot of new development coming in Dominica, and we're not supposed to criticize it. We're supposed to applaud it. If things are good, development good, applaud it. If there is any mistake or something, you can criticize the constructive people. I find we Dominicans not criticizing everything. Yeah, my name is Dr.
Well, it's your view to support and their view to criticize. Okay, I support your view, and I have to support their view as well. So you have to weigh the scale, huh? At the end, you need to both sides and put things in perspective, and you analyze and you come to your own judgments, huh? In your view, they're doing right. In the other view, they don't think so. Let's just respect each other's opinion, huh? You analyze and come to your own conclusion after weighing all stars. But don't support for supporting's sake. Don't criticize for criticizing's sake. Speak the truth all the time. Hello, talk to me. Yes, good afternoon to you again.
Let me answer more open a little bit.
What's that?
Tell him if the Prime Minister Roosevelt was popular in 5 years, he would not have to go overseas to get no vote. He would just call the election.
True.
And people would follow him like fish. But because he is a robber, people scared him. He's not popular. Tell Owen, if he's so great, come down Dominica and vote. Come down Dominica and work. Come down and meet Element. His Element buy him a car, and he was so great on it. Come down and meet Element and work. Pepsi, that Pepsi.
Boy, Owen may pray on you. If you so believe in Dominica, come down and work, huh? On the telephone, yes. Good afternoon to you. Oh, when you get the message.
The labor rights actually admitting that they're coming down to vote this is not a bold face. There was a time when they would deny that. Now they're admitting it openly.
We have 1 more minute on the telephone. Are you there?
Yes, a question to you.
Yes.
The person with the fall pen next to that hotel that just opened is still there?
It's still there.
Yeah, so you see what I'm talking about?
And hold on, while we were there in the opening there, boy, that scent was really bad. Huh?
Oh my God, Matt. So you see, so if you have an impact assessment study and you have planning as part of that, you're not going to have this problem. So you're not seeing no development around the area to develop that whole area, like I said, in a mile and a half and a 2 mile radius of both sides and in front. And you just put a hotel there, a person was existing there during their farming, and then you have to come and build a hotel right in the middle of that. Look, you saying the stench is still there. But these are unacceptable behaviors that people just accept in. And that is why I'm telling you, these are just big sawmills. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Let's go back to the start of this one. Very one there we go. 3 we take one final phone call? Let's see if it makes sense. Are you there, caller? Yes? Final.
I support Pepsi, 100%.
All right. Oh, Pepsi, somebody supports you. Let's take one more from Midnight Groovers. Let's go. One more from Midnight Groovers. I've got to go. This is the Talk on the Block. That's how we wind things down, bring down the curtains. Groovers, South City, the Grand Bay bus stop. Good afternoon to you. I'm back, Sagafet.
Bagay sala kampwile
Tiens moi.
La moka fwa kondisyon de mwen. Se yon honte pou moun explike. Jan moka fwe biten kou ka pasi. Ibani kompon.
Mr. Alcendo, how you doing?
Kwano meten nou kanwe beken le lot. Bagade kompon moun. Bagade nou konbet. Fwa ou chanje nou tout se domniche. Mesye chanje le la. Faut changer qui nous tous c'est même quand même changer et pas la tienne qui plus meilleur pour nous dominer changer la croyez non ici ouais nous ça ensemble monsieur là où tu es nous c'est nous qui vous fait demain changer le beau ça. Qui joue non la tête stock et débat. Qui joue nous les stock tuer pour qui vous êtes dans pour tout ça qu'a fait. Allez pour l'argent non qu'a fait la tête comme ça. C'est pas l'argent qui compte. Changer ça de fois. La vie 7 fois plus haut que l'argent. C'est pas l'argent nous c'est la vie nous qui. Avec la paix pour nos petits ensemble. Mais c'est changer. Faut changer que nous tous c'est même nous quand même changer. Et pas la terre qui primaire toujours Dominique changer. La croyez l'homme si si oui innocent constant. Là où tu es nous c'est nous qui pouvons demain changer. Le mauvais ça, la paix. Bagay sa la kapule chez moi. La moto foi condition de moi. C'est un honte pour moi expliquer. Y'a mon cafouet, putain pour qu'à passer. Viva les comporter. Rien pas que machine. Quand nous mettons nous, quand on est regardé l'autre. Bagay de coco. Gardez nos convaincre. Faut changer nous tous ces métiers. Messie, changer. Faut changer que nous tous ces mêmes mondes. Messie, changer. Et par la tienne qui prie derrière nous, nous donner la croyance ici est innocente, on s'en maman. La honte nous, c'est nous qui vous faites aimer chanter. Dominique Camadé, c'est ici Camadé, Brigadier Camadé, Vincent Camadé, Jamaïque Camadé, c'est Thomas Camadé, c'est toi Camadé, Bayo, la paix nous fait moi connais bien femme depuis tout petit et quand on est comme et pas qu'à se voler moi nous il volait le comme pour que t'es marché là il marché comme là il commençait et la boulet pour que la boulet et bah tu pas qui ça et après 5 ans de balai, mais actuellement qui est ça, la pasta wash, tout le monde a fait des balais, pour la carrière de monter, tout ça est et allez, c'est ça. Ibate Pakistan. Ale Pakistan. Moi t'es capable de t'enlever, ou t'es tellement bien, ou t'as pris ta parole, t'es monté, ou laissez mauvais pour partir, par la belle vie, ouais, il doit ça. Même si on vit, ouais, il doit ça. Moi d'autres pourtant, c'est en l'air. Même oui, pété, il doit ça. Moi t'es capable de t'enlever, ou t'es tellement bien, ou t'as pris ta parole, t'es monté, ou laissez mauvais pour partir, par la belle vie, ouais, il doit ça. Même si on vivait, il doit ça. Moi, l'autre pourtant, c'est pour en l'air.